welcome to this new video. Today we're here for WOR Legacy Division, which is the biggest team event at the moment on console probably. Of course we're representing Town Factory, the team I've been part of for quite a while now. It's going to be a full qualifying format and it's round 1 in Monaco, as you can see. So yeah, normally not doing a lot of full qualies, but as you can see here we're on our Q1 lap. Pretty tidy lap so far, into the left, pretty nicely into the right hand, they're singing 4th gear. Into the right hand they're using 2nd gear, switching to 3rd, into the hairpin. Not using 1st gear here, actually missing the apex a little bit, but we carry the speed, so not too big of an issue. Into the right, switch after 3rd, stay in 3rd here, then switch after 4th. Now into the flat out tunnel section. So we wait to go into the chicane. As you can see there, Cinder doing a 10.6. Taking that chicane pretty nicely, I'd say. No risks whatsoever in Q1, of course. Into the back, Robbie doing a 0.5. As you can see, we're 3.5 tenths up on Cinder, so that's a good sign. Doing the chicane pretty nicely for Q1. To the right, 2nd gear, 3rd gear, and now into the final corner. Not sure shifting to 4th, staying in 3rd, and now running off the lap. We do a 9.986, which was enough, as you can see, to get through to Q2 quite easily. But here, as you can see, loading into Q2, I go out immediately because I knew that it was gonna rain. And I saw the soft tire, so I knew I was gonna have to go out straight away to get the best track possible. The Ferrari obviously is at the start of the pit box, so that's a bit annoying, because as you can see here, we're gonna have to wait for other people who also going out pits here, even stay still for a little bit, so that's not ideal, because we're not gonna get the best track available. But now, driving out of the pits, but here you will be able to see that we're at the end of the lap and it's already raining. It's just the out lap, so yeah, pretty big pressure on this lap. We need to nail it, because if we don't, we are out. If we invalidate or just simply crash, we go out, and as you can see there behind Legend and Tom having a bit of an incident, which, yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, but you can see already the DRS gets disabled, which obviously means that the grip is not ideal. So we're gonna have to nail this lap. The grip still feels fine, but yeah. Through sector 1, pretty nicely, I'd say, a bit of understeer there, but we take it pretty well. A 0.8 split, which is, yeah, 19.8 is terrible for sector 1, so you can see the grip isn't quite there. But we're still going faster than the intermediates would, so yeah, we need to nail this lap. To the right, 4th on the exit again. Wheel spinning a little bit into, of course, the drive section, because it's under the tunnel. Flat out through here, into the chicane, one of the hardest corners to nail. So just need to make sure it's valid, miss the apex on entry, and then also clip the curb. Yeah, it's not really ideal through there. Into the back, 4th, 5th gear, pretty nicely, I'd say. Into the swimming pool chicane. Yeah, not taking too much risk, but also making sure the lap is fast enough to get us through into Q2. Now we know this lap has been alright, apart from the chicane, I'd say, so yeah, we go to 4th on the exit, and as you can see, when we cross the line, we will go into P3 and Tom will jump us, so yeah, as you can see, we are through into Q3, but sadly, because it's a team event, Legend gets knocked out in Q2 in Monaco, which is, yeah, not ideal at all for our team, so yeah, the pressure is on me now. As you can see, Q3, it's wet, we're on the intermediates. Starting our first run in Q3. Yeah, going across the start finish straight now, and then braking pretty early, but as you can see, we just carry too much speed and we just immediately hit the wall and get the front wing damage, so this is really gonna hamper qualifying, you say. But as you can see here, when we're in the pits, I checked the tires and I see that the wets are getting fast. So I decided to give it a go on the wets. And it was a bit of a gamble, but we tried it. But as you can see here, we're at the end of our first flying lap on the full wet tire. Now going through the final corner, you can see with 4 minutes to go. Yeah, we're not crossed the line quite yet, but now we do. We go to P1, and as you can see, everyone's immediately switched to full wet tires because they saw us go faster. So this, I can already spoil, this is going to be our fastest lap of this qualifying. Now into the left-hander. Bit of understeer, but yeah, it's pretty normal on the wet. Keeping the car stable, 5th gear on the exit to avoid losing the rear. Into the right-hander, 2nd gear. Third on exit, to the hairpin, still using 2nd gear. Yeah, 1st gear is just not really ideal gear on this game, so you basically never touch it. Into right-hander Portier, where Perez obviously lost the rear of his car, but we don't luckily, so I'm not sure, I don't think we take this flat, no we don't. I knew this was a pretty solid lap, so I didn't want to ruin it. Taking chicane pretty nicely, bit of oversteer on the exit. Now into the back, 4th gear. Seeing for slightly tapping the wall, but as you can see on the right top, we are purple. So this is a pretty good lap now. Not using the curb ideally, but to Raskas, bit of understeer, not really ideal. Into the final turn, making sure not to hit the wall. And yeah, this is gonna be a solid improvement. We will do a 0.2425. This was the fast lap, so now let's see if it's gonna be enough to snatch pole position. And as you can see here in a few seconds, it's not so. We're gonna start in P3 for this race, which is a solid position to start in Monaco. As you can see, we're loading into the race now. We're starting on the hard, together with Louis on the left-hand side as well, you can see. But as you will see in a few seconds, if everyone readies up, Wilson and Smokey and Schumacher behind us are all on the medium tire, so that's going to be interesting with strategy. So we get a decent start, not too bad, it's just a normal start really. Now Schumacher sending it down the inside. Bit of lag involved because the host didn't have good internet connection, but he was the only one able to host, so that's why we'll see some small bits of lag. So now, yeah, it's Monaco really, so we just need to make sure Wilson doesn't get too much of a gap, so he can make his strategy work, and me and Louis just need to make sure that we stay out as long as possible and have good pace so that we can get a free pit stop, another free pit stop, but we get a pit stop gap so we can pit and still come out in front of everyone that started on the mediums. So yeah, that's gonna be our aim for now. Yeah, just settling into the race now. Of course, first few laps with high fuel again, you can see not really taking that chicane well, but yeah, just settling in. So yeah, coming to the end of this lap, you can see Wilson he's gapping us a bit, but Louis is actually really fast around this track, so he's gonna make it really difficult for Wilson to get a big gap, because Louis also won by I think 15 seconds in PSGL of one on PlayStation, so he's definitely not a bad driver around Monaco. He's one of the best actually. So yeah, here into turn 1 we pick up a penalty, and that's gonna be an interesting factor in this race, penalties, as you will see later on. But now into this lap, as you can see, talking about penalties, Louis picks up his third warning over the chicane and gets a 3-second time penalty, which means that if we stay behind him, we don't need to overtake him, and we're still gonna jump him. So that's obviously gonna be crucial in Monaco, where overtaking is pretty much impossible. But here, end of lap 15, you see Wilson pits. He didn't really manage to pull a gap, so this is really good for me and Louis, because those guys are gonna get into traffic now and get held up by M-Racer and other people behind that. So this is really good for our race. As you can see, Tom is in third. It's obviously Louis' teammate, so he's gonna try to help him. But yeah, if he can stay close to us, he will be able to help him and maybe let Louis through and then hold me up after the pit stops. But here you can see we had the gap to Schumacher, so we had to box pretty much onto the mediums, because yeah, we didn't want to get undercut. And we go into the mediums. We pit at the same time as Louis because he probably realized the same thing, that if we were going to stay out any longer, we would probably get undercut by Schumacher. So, yeah, this is just really good actually for our race, because now we're going to be in... I'm not going to be in clean air, but Louis will be, so we will both be pushing really hard and not having anyone in front of us that can hold us up, because that's a really big factor in Monaco. If you get held up, you can't overtake them, so you're screwed. But as you can see here on lap 41, the turn 1, we pick up our second warning. And yeah, this was really not something nice in this race, but you can see because of that third warning, I was a bit more careful with pushing the track limits. So as you can see, Louis managed to pull a gap of 2.2 seconds because we didn't want to extend and get a penalty. But as you can see, we're already on the final lap and we still don't have a penalty. So yeah, Louis needs to gain 7 tenths now in the space of 2 sectors, which is very unlikely that that's gonna happen. But we're now riding on board on the final lap. You can see gap 2.2, 2.1. We're just using all of our battery. As you can see there, someone else getting the fastest lap. Yeah, the gap is pretty much staying similar now, not taking too much risk on the chicane. Just making sure we don't cut any of the track. Just rounding off the lap into the swimming pool. As you can see, the tire indicator pops up. I got a bit scared by that, but luckily there was nothing there. So into the final corner, he's got a gap of 2.4 seconds, but we managed to take the win. And we also managed to take P1 in the championship with 10 factories. So yeah, perfect race for us really. Thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you guys at the next video.